Hi, you don't know me. I'm Stranger Dave, and I'm going to do something a little different today. This is not nature. What this is advice if you have an older General Electric washing machine like I do. A lot of times you're going to find when it stops advancing in cycles, or it just sits there and hums or doesn't do anything, a lot of times it's your timer. And some of the timers are now discontinued. If you have a model, the timer's model number should be WH12X and then have a 4-digit number starting with 1 and 0. It could be 1034, 1024, or 1000, for instance. But here's my advice. I'm just going to show you an old timer here. Your timer should look like this. It should look this one's kind of in pieces here, but it should look exactly like this. It'd be gray on this side, have the shaft sticking out. On the other side, it would have a silver motor, and this is very important. It's got a plug here where a plug attaches. It's 24 pins. It's got to be 24 pins, and then there's 2 wires going over to the motor. Your timer has to look like this. Okay. Now what I'm telling you is that if you cannot find your model, but your timer looks just like this, you can buy a timer. For instance, I needed a 1024, and all I could find they don't make them anymore. I couldn't find it, and if I did find it, it was $200. I might as well buy a new washer. So what I did find was a 1000. Okay, so you buy it. Typically there's going to be 5 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 Phillips head screws. You would remove those. The clips are broken on this, so I can't even show them to you. Well, there's one of them. There's 3 clips. 1, 2, and 3. And you just pry those loose a little bit and pop it apart. You take this top off. It comes right off. Typically there would be gears inside here. This one doesn't have gears. But the big difference between all these different timers is not the motor. It's not the electrical points, which often go bad. It's this cam. This cam decides how your cycles go. Whether your machine has 4 different wash cycles or 3 different wash cycles, it's all determined by this cam and how it runs across these sets of points. Like I said, the points often go bad, or the motor will go bad. Either way, you can buy a timer that looks just like this. If you have one of those model numbers that I mentioned, you can find one that looks like yours but isn't, and it has to look exactly like this. Like I said, it has to be this exact design. You can open it up, take the 5 screws out, snap it apart, and remove the cam, and do the same on your timer, and put your cam in, put it back together, put the screws back in, install it into your washing machine, and I believe it will work for you. The only possible difference is, sometimes, I really don't know, honestly, there may be a difference in the gears. If that's the case, you could just take the lid, the cover from your timer, and just use that, as long as it's not too broken up, combined with your cam. These are the parts that go bad: the points and the motor. So you would effectively have a brand new timer. These things don't really wear out. I mean, these are tough. These are made out of tough material, and they're really not going to wear out. So anyway, that's my advice to you. You can save yourself a lot of money. And that's basically it. I hope this helps you. It helped me knowing this, and I did it. It was just kind of an experiment where I actually bought a timer. I was able to get one for just over $70 on eBay. It was brand new. Came in this box, brand new GE part, and I was able to use it. And if I would have found a timer with my actual model number, it would have been hundreds of dollars, but they don't even make them anymore. But they still make the 1000. And I was able to switch out the cam, and it works fine. So I hope you like my video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.